let you into a little secret. I was asked if I wanted a box to stand on for this. How tall are you?
6'5".
Yeah, I'm not. So you fancy stepping up again?
I don't remember that.
You don't remember?
So
it must have been a beaut.
Well, if I did kick a goal, it must have been right in front of the sticks. But I'm going to go
at the end of the season.
Just remind me, I'm going to speak to Long actually later on, and if they
put your hand up
this weekend, it was just a case I didn't want to let people down. I think I'm there to do a job. It's to play the game. And we had a lot of young lads playing with us. I just didn't want to let them down really. I thought we had people pulling out sometimes. I thought I can't. It's not really me. I can't do that. I didn't want to get to the game, and because it's like I say, it's letting them down a little bit, innit?
Did you score many tries like that in Super League?
I scored for about 3 years, so no. I think I've only scored about 4 times in my full career.
So actually, was that the best try you've ever scored? On your first Oldham appearance?
I don't know.
Well, you must. You just said you don't.
I've not
scored
many,
so you must remember them.
It's probably one of the furthest out I've scored from. So we'll go. Yeah, it is.
Hello again, welcome to You Have the Mic with Precision Pallets in the bright sunshine of the Net Power Training Centre, and the squad are assembled within earshot but just out of view, but I'm sure they'll have some input into your questions to Jack Ormondroyd. I'll let you into a little secret. I was asked if I wanted a box to stand on for this. How tall are you?
6'5".
Yeah, I'm not. Anyway, we've got your questions. A couple from me actually. First of all, you've been here 10 days, a week or so now. How's it been?
Yeah,
just
about
over
a week. Yeah. It's been good, really good so far. Yeah, it's always hard at first getting in and getting to know everything and where
Does
everything
it feel like, even at, I was going to say your ripe old age, you're younger than me, but like, does it feel first day at school type thing? Do you still get that?
Yeah, it's hard the first, because you don't know where anything is, do you? I've been so used to what I've been doing for the last 6 years at the same place. So everything's new, but yeah, I've been made to feel welcome, so that helps.
And we'll talk a little bit about Salford. We won't get too much into it, but how quickly it all happened. Just to give you guys an insight watching it. We were here Wednesday, and then you were announced Thursday. I think I was on the phone to you and Ryan quite late at night on the Wednesday night trying to set it all up, and then we had to race against time just to kind of get all the content and everything out just in time for just to go out before the Leeds game, so that it got picked up by all the media. I won't bore you with all that, but it was quite hectic, wasn't it, the whole thing? From okay, we're on, to wearing the Oldham shirt.
It was, yeah, it was crazy really. It all happened within a few days, like you say. And so my first training session was last Friday, which was a team run, and then played Sunday, so I was only here for a couple of days before the first game, so it was, like I say, yeah, it was a quick turnaround. But yeah, I'm settled in now.
Yeah, and you settled in very quickly with a rampaging try as well, which has gone down very well. Right, let's get your questions. They've been coming in thick and fast. Ian Ward, first of all. I mean, we've kind of covered it. How are you settling now you're a few training sessions in? Does it take a few training sessions just to get back into the groove, or not?
A little bit. I don't think so. No, it's just sort of getting to know everything, like I say, where everything is, getting to know the lads, which they've been great for me. So they've welcomed me in. So that's made it a lot easier for me.
You've only played one game so far, but Alfie's asking, is there a big difference in the speed of Rugby Super League to the Championship? I don't know how you found that on.
Yeah, a little
Sunday.
bit. A little bit. I think it's just the speed of the rucks are a lot quicker in Super League, but it's not that much different, to be fair. It's probably a bit more contacting, I found on Sunday. Like I say, just the speed of it's a little bit quicker, Super League.
Did you score many tries like that in Super League?
I haven't scored for about 3 years, so no. I think I've only scored about 4 times in my full career.
So actually, was that the best try you've ever scored? On your first Oldham appearance?
I don't know.
Well, you must. You just said you don't.
I've not
scored
scored many,
so you must remember them.
It's probably one of the furthest out I've scored from. So we'll go. Yeah, it is.
Best ever try in his Oldham debut. Right, where are we? Seth Wild, what are your goals playing at Oldham? Are you a goal setter? Do you come here with individual, and I guess the team goal is to get in the playoffs and win it?
Yeah, not particular. I think individual goals. I think is just try and play well every week and make an impact. And like I say, the main goal is obviously the team goal to get where I want to be, which is obviously this year. I want to try and win the Championship, and then in the next couple of years, or whenever it may be, try and get up into Super League.
Yeah, that's something that's come around very, very quickly. That's a conversation for another day.
Yeah.
Maria's sent a few in. I'll just pick a couple. Have you got a nickname Marie wants to know if you've got a nickname. I don't know why.
I've had a couple. I had one, like Lennon and Gill like to call me Duvet.
Duvet? Dare I ask?
When I, yeah, no, it's all right. It's safe.
It's clean.
Well, yeah. When I first signed at Salford, I had a bad back. I think we were all travelling, not used to travelling. So I spent a lot of time on the physio bed. So I think it was Lennon that started calling me Duvet, and it's stuck.
They're creative, aren't they?
Yeah, I know, yeah, exactly. It's stuck as that. So
you're lying down.
I've shook it off. I shook it off for the last 3 or 4 years, and then as soon as I walked in here, hey up Duvet, all
right. Slightly less frivolous one from Marie. Things have been clearly been tough at Salford. What kept you motivated? I mean, that's a key question. That when it's a brutal sport, this when you're turning up with the uncertainty that you've had there and not being paid, you know, on time or at all. How did you manage to keep doing that? And how are the guys at Salford still turning up and doing what they're doing with all that going on?
I can't really speak for anyone else.
So how did you
personally? I think it was just a case I didn't want to let people down. I think I'm there to do a job. It's to play the game. And we had a lot of young lads playing with us. I just didn't want to let them down. Really, I thought we had people pulling out sometimes. And I thought I can't. It's not really me. I can't do that. I didn't want to get to the game, and because it's like I say, it's letting them down a little bit, innit? I get people's reasons for it and whatever, but I think that was my motivation to play every week.
And a couple for me on that then. And I've heard a few people say that everyone has the breaking point. You know, Mark Sneed's was earlier in the season, Ryan Briley's and yours were kind of now. You know, how bad did it get? You know, how good are you in crisis situations with dealing with it yourself?
Yeah, it did get bad. It's been bad for a few months, but I just I wanted to stick it out and see. I kind of guess I was hoping that it'd work itself out, and obviously that hadn't happened. But I just wanted to give it every chance to do that. So, like saying, it wasn't really me not playing. So I felt like I didn't want to let people down. So Rose as well. I got on really well with Rose. I didn't want to sort of let him down. That's one of the reasons I play every week.
Do you think he'll ride it out? A lot of people saying, like, why on earth is he still there?
I don't. To be honest, we have no idea. I suppose if he was going to leave, he'd left by now, wouldn't he? So that's
And I'm just one more on that. I'm interested in the non-rugby stuff. You know, a lot of talk about whether you guys were at Salford were supported enough. The mental health side of it. Was that tricky? Dealing with the uncertainty, with that comes anxiety.
Yeah. I think the uncertainty comes from the getting paid on time, doesn't it? I think with that was late a couple of times, which it's obviously not great. We're humans, aren't we? We're not any different from someone who's working a normal job. So we've got his mortgages to pay, we've got his bills to pay. So I think that was the major worry. But just even everything else, like one of the worst sides of it, we're going into games knowing that you're probably going to lose. Which you play rugby to compete, don't you? Which is why I really enjoyed the weekend, because we won. Yeah. But just to compete was nice, because it's not really happened for a few weeks. Apart from we won one game against Cass a few weeks ago, but apart from that this season, that was a tough part. Yeah.
Right, that's Salford done. Really nice answers, by the way, as well. So Ian asks, I mean, you've summed up why you're not at Salford anymore. So why Oldham? And a guy, the username is a guy called Martin. Did the rise of Oldham appeal to you before you made the move last week? You know, were there other options? Were there Super League options? What made you think, I want this, I want that?
Yeah, I did. I think it was when I came to meet Bill and Mike. I think it was one day last week, and the ambition that they had just really stood out to me. So I think that was a major part of me coming here, and obviously with Ryan as well. It's nice to, obviously I know the kind of player he is. I've played with him for the last few years, so knowing that he was coming here as well, it was kind of that was a contributing factor. And just the way that Oldham are going at the minute, it's on a bit of an upward trajectory, so that's nice as well.
Yeah. So it could be something that gives you your love of rugby back.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. Yeah. Well, even this last week, it's coming back slowly. Well, not slowly. It's back. So yeah, it's back. Yeah, it's good.
Just a few more, because I know you've got to rejoin the squad, waiting for once very patiently and quietly for you to finish. Peter Buckley says, why rugby and not football? And Bernie says, is there a story behind you playing rugby and not football? Because of course your dad's, Ian, I mean, I remember him as a Leeds boy, as a Bradford City professional footballer, but he also played here for Oldham as well. So was there ever that avenue for you to play football?
Yeah, I played football when I was younger, but I wasn't very good. So that's the reason why I didn't play football. It's simple as that.
So how did your dad have the football genes and you didn't?
I've no idea. But that's putting it politely as well, not very good. I was rubbish, so that's the reason I don't play football.
Yeah. Did you speak to your dad about
Yeah.
playing for Oldham?
Yeah, well,
What
I'm
did he
living
say?
with him at the minute.
Oh, yeah?
We're doing my house up, me and Miss and kids, so we've been there since last November. So I spoke to him loads about it actually. And yeah, he was telling me about his time here. I think he did a year in '96. And he came on loan before as well, so yeah, it's nice really. It's nice that I've sort of got to do the same thing as
it's
him in a
lovely.
different sport.
And presumably, does he come and watch you as you would have watched him?
Well, I was a bit young, so,
Oh, yeah. So
yeah,
you never watched
I
him,
don't
did you?
really remember vaguely, but I don't really remember
He was good.
watching him. Yeah, I've seen a few videos.
Yeah.
I've made sure I've seen them.
Great left peg.
Yeah. But yeah, he comes to all the games when he can, obviously. But yeah, all my family are the same. To be fair, they're all really supportive, so that's good.
Love it. Just a couple more, and we'll let you go. Emma wants to know who's the toughest player you've ever played against.
I was thinking about it earlier. I think it's probably gonna have to be Rob Burrow. Obviously
Love that.
played with him as well.
Yeah.
And you think about toughness as someone being big and tough, but obviously just the way Rob was, and obviously you know, don't you?
Yeah.
He's
Good mate, man.
great guy. And he was for his size, unbelievable what he did on the pitch. So that's quite an easy answer.
Yeah, most people say pound for pound, Rob was
Yeah.
just as tough.
Yeah,
What
unbelievable,
he put himself through,
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
One last one then from our friend Plant. He says, I see you kicked one goal in your career for Featherstone in 2015-16 season. Do you fancy stepping up again?
I don't remember that.
You don't remember?
So,
So it must have been a beaut.
Well, if I did kick a goal, it must have been right in front of the sticks. But I'm going to go
At the end of the
just
season.
remind him, I'm going to speak to Long actually later on, and if they need a
Put your hand
kicker
up.
this weekend, we'll have them.
It looks like everyone's going in, so we better let you go. But thank you for answering the questions. I should have probably been on my tiptoes. But once again, welcome to Oldham and great to have
Thank you,
here.
mate. Appreciate it.
That was Jack Ormondroyd with You Have the Mic answering your questions.